Erroneous Joe, how you doing there, buddy? Let me know if you can hear anything or see anything for that matter. Audio's a little quiet. Okay. That answers a bit. You can see the side of it. Yeah, that's the side you're supposed to see. I don't have I'm a little confined here in the garage, so appreciate you giving me some feedback here. I'm going to bump up the volume here on the check 1 2. Check 1 2. Maybe that audio's better, a little bit louder. Gotta push this audio through there. Hey everybody. All right. Gonna get some stuff here. We got a few minutes before we start. Decided to do this one at home today because I'm a little under the weather. Normally I do this at my office where there's I got a lot more equipment and a lot more control over some things than in my garage here, but appreciate you being on here regardless. So yeah, welcome everybody, welcome. That sound, you might hear that sound, but you won't hear it for another few minutes. All right. I'm just glad people can see me and at least hear me somewhat. You know what I mean? Because I am not I'm not set up to do live streams. I know you don't really need any super special equipment or whatever, but I'm using the same camera I used to shoot B-roll and all the B-roll shots you see on the videos and stuff. I'm more of a let's record it and let's just kind of see it and let me upload it, let me edit it first. I'm not really huge into live, but really appreciate, hey Marine X, what's going on, brother? Semper Fi, thank you so much for coming on in. Yeah, Marine X is my first live stream, bro. This is my first real live stream. Of course, I've tested out stuff before, but don't tend to do a whole lot of live streams. But I kind of want to change that for 2024, and that's some of the things I want to talk about here in the live stream today. So you can see and hear fine. Thank you, Castle Knight. Appreciate it very much. Very good, very good. And I don't imagine I'll have 1 million people coming on here, but if there's just a couple of you guys on here, we'll talk for a few minutes and I'll go over some plans and such. I've got a list of things I want to talk about here. And I'll be putting those in some future videos as well. So really appreciate. What questions do you guys have? What are you guys looking forward to? What are you guys looking forward to tonight? What are you guys, anybody heading out tonight? Anybody doing anything super interesting tonight? Erroneous Joe, where do you work, man? Working on New Year's Eve. Where do you work? I hope you're getting time and a half. Working on New Year's Eve. Hey, people's got to do it, man. He's going to listen. Marine X is going to be listening with his phone in his pocket. Man, I really appreciate you just being on here, Marine X. Appreciate that, man. I'm looking forward to that. That's one of the things I'm going to be talking about. That's one of the things I'm going to be talking about for future videos next year is that I'm really looking forward to getting to know a whole lot more in the community and looking forward to seeing a bunch of guys, meeting a bunch of guys in person. talk to them over Discord, talk to them over different things as far as chatting and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a collab video with EDC NC, hopefully as early as next month, maybe even going to Smoky Mountain Knife Works with him. It's going to be great stuff, man. It's going to be great. Plant operator, trying to sleep tonight. Yeah, good luck with that, with all the fireworks and such going on, yeah. That's going to be tough. I don't like fireworks. I mean, I like watching them. I just don't like hearing them at 11:30 at night, you know. So, yeah, just in, Castle Knight says, just in from the gun range, setting up our gun club's annual New Year's Day bug match. Nice. Very nice. Where you live, Castle Knight, like not specifically, but where are you located? I think you told me one time, but I think I sent you a sticker. So, which by the way, I'm gonna restock on the stickers. Gonna have some more stickers. Working on some patches and whatnot. I'm not. I don't know if I want to get full into merch necessarily in 2024, but I'd love me some patches and stickers and stuff. So yeah. It's going to be really neat. It's going to be really neat to see. Some of the stuff that I've got planned for 2024 is going to be, well, for me, it's going to be out of this world. Because this kind of stuff, YouTube for me just hit it. This is a super awesome hobby for me. This is not, obviously not, most YouTubers, it's not their full-time job. But the thing about this thing is that this is a really fun hobby, and I'll tell you what, I've already met some really fun, just super nice individuals that have been just amazing to me. And so, hey, Central Arkansas, Castle Knight, in 12 days, I will be in Farmington, Arkansas. We should totally meet up. We should totally meet up. I do business travel sometimes on the weekends. And so we should totally meet up. Absolutely. One can never have enough patches. You are absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that. And I'll be happy to send some more stickers out. I think I'm going to come up with a system. There's a little song for the washer. See, this is what happens when you record in your garage. You get little things like that. But what happens with the stickers, I think I'm going to have like an official way to kind of get the stickers and not have you guys pay for them. Because I don't want to like charge you for them unless you want like 20 of them or something. So I think I'm going to give away like 2 free stickers to everybody who signs up at a certain web page or whatever. And so we'll see about working that out and whatnot. So, all right. Well, let's kind of, we've officially, it's 3 o'clock on the dot on my watch. So I really want to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about some gear. I got some knives I want to talk about. We've got some different stuff. I want to answer some questions. Let's be filling out, let's be looking at the live chat. Let's fill out some of those questions. If you've got any questions about anything on the channel, if you've got any questions about me personally, I mean, I'll answer those too. If you'd like to get to know me, that's what these live streams are all about, man, is establishing relationships and community. And, man, I just really appreciate each and every single one of you. And thank you again for being a part of the channel. So, I used to live in Fayetteville, so know where Farmington is. Yeah, man, I'll have to be going right through there. So probably through your neck of the woods. So I'd love to meet up with you. Send me you got my email. Send me a message if you would. That'll be awesome. And see if we can meet up. I'll be there. I'll be coming through there on Friday the 11th. Is that right? Friday the 11th or 10th of January. Whatever that Friday date is, I'll be coming through there. So I'd really love to see you. That'd be awesome to meet you up in person. Maybe just meet you up. Give you some stickers, have lunch or something like that. That'd be awesome. Okay, so a few things that I've got planned. I want to ask, is the Rovifon A3 Pro good? I don't know. I don't have one. What else does everybody else say? I've got, oh wait, hold on a minute. I think I've got one right over there. But I've got a couple of different things that we're going to talk about. So, big question is, what did you think about 2023? And not necessarily just here on the channel, but what did you think about 2023 as far as knives, as far as the stuff that was coming out, as far as the trends that are happening in everyday carry and all of those different things, and the gear that maybe you got or didn't get or wanted to get and couldn't get. Tell me, what did you think about that kind of stuff? And second question is kind of like, what do you want to see in 2024? What do you want to see moving forward in 2024? What is some items maybe that you wanted that you didn't want to get, or that you did want to get that you didn't get, that you want to see in 2024? What are some of the things here on the channel that you would like to see me look at? What is something that I haven't covered yet? And again, sound off in the live chat here. What is something I haven't covered that you would like to see? And so, again, there is no shortage. I have no shortage of ideas when it comes to these things. I have a list as long as my leg of ideas of stuff that I want to do. And but I really want to do, partially, I want to do what I want to do, but I want to do what you would like to see as well. And plus, that gives me ideas to just span off on a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Erroneous Joe says, and we'll talk about the Rovon A3 Pro here in just a minute. The explosion of budget multi-tools was pretty cool. Yeah, I got that. He says, I'm really hoping for some new creative designs from companies like Swiss Tech. Yeah, I feel like their design has been innovative. Yeah, I completely get with that. Swiss Tech has, I did a couple of those Swiss Tech knives, a video about a month back or so. And man, some of their stuff is pretty good. Now, I will say their little SAK, the little Swiss Army knife clone that they have, it really kind of lacked. It's only a couple bucks cheaper than the classic SD, and it just is not up to spec. But some of their nice little folders that had AUS 8 steel on them, I've got some behind me. I'll go find them. But some of those are really good. And for $30, for $28 to $30, the only catch being that you have to get them through Walmart. I mean, that's pretty cool. Now, I'd like to see Swiss Tech go outside the bounds a little bit and, sell on Amazon or sell on their website or something other than just selling through Walmart, because it wasn't like a nightmare, because Walmart's gotten pretty wise about, shipping stuff and getting stuff to stores, and there's Walmarts everywhere and stuff like that. But at the same time, it'd be really nice to be able to just get it shipped to yourself and all this other stuff. And so, yeah, I completely get around with that. Does anybody have? I have been just back and forth on the Leatherman Arc. I have wanted to get one, and I know that they're really good. I know that they're awesome, but I saw that, Max Level Dominic, he ended up having the deal where the cutters, the wire cutters on the inside of the pliers, just flat broke, wouldn't cut. I wanted to see about getting that. I was just about ready to pull the trigger, and then I think Taylor Martin had a video where his belt clip broke, and I'm like, I know that any kind of really, let's say, really popular multi-tool is probably going to get some flack. And granted, that's about the only two things that I've really seen where it has just kind of been really diminished. But at the same time, the Leatherman Arc is still just so tempting for me. And so I was wondering what you guys thought about that. Castle Knight says, yes, a lot of decent budget multi-tools came into the market in 2003 or 2023 probably. You probably think 2023. Yeah, let's list those. What are some of the decent multi-tools? Now, I will confess, I am not in the multi-tool space. I've got, let me see I think I did a video on it. Yeah, so I've got a Leatherman Free T4 here. And this is like the only multi-tool that I've ever really purchased. This is the actual only real Leatherman that I've only purchased. Other than the Micra, this is actually the only one I've ever purchased. And I'll tell you, I kind of see the value now. I see where having multiple tools inside one tool is going to be incredibly valuable for that. And so this one has a really decent blade on it. It's got tweezers inside of it, actually, like a Swiss Army knife. It's also got a really good file and a really good scraper. But it's got the ease of use for these multi-tools to just get the ease of use on these things right here is just really appealing, and not having to carry around so many tools. So that's appealing to me. And I love the fact of multi-tools, but multi-tools, I will tell you right now, is one of those things that I really need to get into a whole lot more. And so multi-tools, I would love to check out some budget multi-tools. Speaking of which, I'll show you something that I picked up here soon. This is a DPNAO. If you can see that. DPNAO, and it's a adjustable wrench. Let me let you get a look at this. And again, I'll have a better setup with some of that stuff. But this is a DP No. It's some Chinese brand probably. But it's got this cool, and it's really heavy. It comes in this really pretty nice little sheath, and it kind of fits just right in there, like so. And it's got a pretty nice little sheath with it, and it has a couple of different tools out here. It's got, you got a flat bit, Phillips head screwdriver right there, and then on the other side you've got a flathead screwdriver with obviously a bottle opener right there. But then you've got this adjustable wrench on the end. And I mean, I don't know how effective necessarily this would be. I don't know how good this would necessarily be. But at the same time, you know how much this was? It's like $12. And it's pretty good. Oh, and it's got on the back, it's got a full size, 1.5 inch blade, something like that. So it's got 3 extra tools on it, and it's just a nice little slim package there. And it was like $12-13. And this was one of those kind of impulse buys. I was like, oh, this might be cool to review on the channel or whatever. Nobody sent it. None of the team, the businesses sent this to me. It was pretty cool. And so this is really interesting to talk about. I think multi-tools is a big thing, and I think that I'm going to want to get into it a whole lot more in 2024. Ronius Joe says, I have a free P2, a Wave, and a Micra. The Wave is, and again, my ignorance with multi-tools, but it seems like the Wave was the standard before the Arc came along. And so it seemed like the Wave was just the way to go. And he said he's just ordered a Bilberry 19 in 1, for $30. $200 plus is hard to stomach. Yeah, it really is. Like, I know that some other YouTube channels you might see guys flipping out, $300, $400, $500, $600 blades, and those are just folder knives. I couldn't imagine spending $200 on a knife. I've only got just a very few $200 knives, and I could not imagine spending $230 to $250 on a multi-tool. But to me, the value is there for the Leatherman Arc. It's got a system to where I can put that in my pocket, and I've got a MagnaCut blade. I've got all of those tools that seem incredibly well thought out. And so I almost can justify it. I kind of went back and forth, pulled the trigger, this kind of push and pull with the Leatherman Arc. And I almost asked for one for Christmas, and I was like, no, that's silly. That would be like, one of my only gifts if I got that. And so we'll have to see in 2024. We'll have to see. But $200 plus is hard. And what we have to understand is that most people are on a budget. If I see the Leatherman Arc, and I doubt I will, but if I see it for less than that, if I see it for $200, or if somebody wants to get rid of theirs for $180 or $190, I might snap it up. Wayne Reeves. Hey, Wayne. Good to see y'all here. He says, the Arc isn't groundbreaking enough to replace anything I already have. A P4, Wave, and Surge are in my current rotation. Awesome. And so when you've got those tools, and I went back and forth because I looked at a lot of other channels. I look at tons of other channels. I look at MarineX's channel, look at all sorts of different other channels, max level EDCs about multi-tools and talking about multi-tools to research a little bit about what do I really need a multi-tool with that many things on it? Do I really need to carry that around? I think Zach in the Wild, I think he did a video specifically on that about, do you need all of these things? Do you need to use all these things? And so really it is catered to what your use case is. And so really, again, really appreciate you guys being on the live stream here. This is really cool. Love talking to you. We're going to try to do some regular live streams, maybe 1-2 a month. And so that should be really awesome. So let's take a break here. Let's take a breather. I have had a cold, and I say a cold. It was a virus, or it was like COVID. I tested negative for COVID. Like, I don't know what it was, but I have got this like awful cough and congestion. And I feel like, went to church this morning, I feel like everybody in the world has a cough right now. And so, anyways, let me know what y'all think as I take a break and drink here. See, when you do live, you just got to be talking all the time. You got to feel that dead air. I used to do radio stuff back in college, back in 2004, 2005. And that was just, play a song, speak on the air, play a song, speak on the air, stuff like that. So multi-tools, it's clear that the multi-tool crowd is out, and you'd like to see more on that. Again, I love my Leatherman free T4. It's a regular in my rotation. As a matter of fact, I wanted to show you a little bit of this. So I've got this Tough Possum pouch, and you probably saw these on Taylor Martin's channel, and you probably, I don't even think you can get one right now. But I've got a bunch of tools in here that could probably be replaced by just putting a Leatherman arc or a wave in my pocket. And so I've got a tiny little set of pliers that could be replaced. This is a tiny little Nipex pliers. I've got some heat shrink as for grip on those. Okay. And then I've got some tape. Can't replace gaffer's tape. Gaffer's tape is the best thing in the world. And I've got a bunch of bits. That's one thing I wonder about. I guess I need to carry around different bits and stuff. Hey, Mikes and Likes. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I guess I would need to carry around, at least still carry around different bits other than a Phillips head flathead if I had a multi-tool. And then I've got a couple of other different things in here. I've actually got a pry bar in here, a dedicated pry bar, because I actually find myself using that in my day job. And again, I think that's a lot of what that is that you've got to cater it to what you need. Not everybody needs a Leatherman arc, but I tell you what, I do need a driver, and I do need a small wrench, and I do need a small set of pliers every day. Every day on the job, I really need those because I'm constantly getting into stuff. Got a little hitch and timber slip and a pin in there from Big Idea Design. And I found, let me see here. Yeah, I got a little tiny crescent wrench with some heat shrink around it as well. Just really cool stuff. All this stuff is fitting in this little pouch right here from Tough Possum, their belt pouch. So I highly encourage you to go do that. Panacea X. I've got a little flat fire starter with them. Then I've got a little titanium. Measuring tape. You can see this measuring tape right here. This is the neatest little thing. I use it so much, so much. It's amazing to have just a tiny little measuring tape. It only goes like 3. See how far it goes. Yeah, it only goes like 3 or 4 feet, but it's amazing. For little distances, I work on servers, I work on server racks, I work on video equipment, audio equipment, all sorts of stuff all day long, and it really helps out to have these things. And then I've got 2 drivers here, and I'm going to probably be figuring out for plans for 2024. I'm going to be doing my biggest video on the channel was my Altoid 10 video. And so the Altoid 10 video that, everybody has their take on the Altoid 10 EDC kit. And so I'm trying to find some tools that will fit in there. Well, I got this one at O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's a Power Torque. It's a tiny little ratcheting wrench. You can see that right there. It's a tiny little ratcheting wrench that you can use, standard bit sizes, but then it's got a driver at the end, as you can see. And so really cool stuff for that. But I'm wondering, if I can figure out a way to make all sorts of little Altoid kits, just as like maybe not a practical exercise, but just something as a mental fun exercise to say, oh, look what you can do with just the size of something as an Altoids kit. So I believe that video has like 260,000 views or something. It's amazing to see. That's the thing about YouTubers, is that they'll try to tell you what they know is going to be a hit video. I had no idea that video was going to be huge. And so thank you guys again for all of your views and all that stuff. Happy New Year's. And Ronnie's Joe, there we go. And Jason Sibley. Chad, Happy New Year. Just discovered your channel. Really enjoyed the video where you discuss pens and journals. Really like the Belroy Field Notes covers. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I'm actually using, case in point right here, Jason. I'm actually using that cover, that Belroy Field cover right now, as a matter of fact. I'm just an old school guy. I like to write stuff down and put stickers and stuff. In fact, I hit Staple Day today. I'm using a Field Notes cover there. And so just like I just like writing stuff down, and it just helps me remember just a little bit better. And again, I'm going to do a much better episode of that in 2024. There's a lot of really cool notebook covers. In fact, Tough Possum, I'm not trying to push Tough Possum, but I have just discovered their stuff, and it is such good stuff. But Tough Possum actually has a Field Notes cover that I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on. Now, Tough Possum is like a mom and pop, so they've got stuff in stock, out of stock, so you kind of have to sign up for updates. I know that's annoying to a lot of people, but to support a small business and to get really good quality items like this, I can't wait to look at that notebook cover that they have for Field Notes stuff too. So, Jason, thanks for being here, man. Castle Knight says, I really like the Altoid EDC videos on YouTube. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them to pick from, which is why I wondered why my video did so well. Now, I know that 200 and something thousand views may not be anything to some of the bigger creators out there, but man, that blew me away. Blew me away. And so, and it wasn't even a good video. Like, it wasn't even a good video. Like, I didn't have my overhead rig yet. It hadn't come in the mail. And that was one of those videos that I kind of just, well, I'll just, kind of put it up there. I'll share it with them. I'll throw it up there and whatever. And it went gangbusters. Like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, really like the Altoid EC videos on YouTube. Erroneous Joe, man, you guys are killing it in this chat. I love it. Just ordered a knife I've never seen on Amazon. Kershaw Platform. It's a slit joint with a nail clipper in the back. I'm so excited to try that out. Yeah, let me show you. Let me. So I did a YouTube short about this knife. Now I'm not talking about. You mentioned Kershaw, Joe. The Kershaw Platform. I'm actually going to write. You know what? I'm going to write that down right now, and I'm going to look that up after the stream is over with. But there is a lot. Have you ever noticed that there's a bunch of stuff? Kershaw Platform. Did you ever notice there's a bunch of stuff that you just don't know exists? Like, I really thought that I was a big fan of Kershaw knives. Like, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 Kershaw knives. Like, I thought I knew all the styles of Kershaw knives. Well, I get this one. Look at this one right here. I did a YouTube short on this one. I know it's a little hard to see. I don't have great lighting and whatever. This one is fantastic. This is the, I believe it's the Infidel. Yeah, is it Kershaw Infidel? Yeah, Kershaw Infidel. Look at that, dude. That blade is unbelievable. And I just love that. And then it's just got this frame, not a frame lock, but one of those locks like a Benchmade has on it. This one's got really good steel on it. It's got a D2. It's got D2. This is a D2 steel, and it's a polished steel. Look at that wicked blade grind on that. That is just that. And I saw this, and normally it's like an $80 knife. I got it for Christmas at a knife store down in Athens, Alabama. Actually, I'm in southern Middle Tennessee. And I saw this, and I was like, I did not even know that existed. Has it ever happened to you? And so Joe's getting on here saying he's never seen one. He's ordering it as a Kershaw platform. Joe, you'll have to report back to us and let us know what you think about that platform. He said it's a slip joint with a nail clipper in the back. That's interesting. That's interesting. The other 259,999 other folks like Altoid Vin 10 videos besides me. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's see. Earthling EDC's 3D printed EDC storage cards are innovative. Yes. And I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because I have been in touch with Mr. Earthling EDC himself. I was able to get some. I hired a 3D printing company. I live close to Nashville, so I'm going to go pick those up probably tomorrow, actually. And so I got 2 or 3 of the cards made, and I'm really looking forward to doing a video on that. So I'm going to credit him and all that stuff. In case you haven't seen Earthling's EDC's video, he's got these. I don't know if it's patented or not. I don't know about all that stuff. But he designed this card that you could fit a bunch of smaller EDC items on with like rubber bands and tape, and it looks like it looks really clunky. But then if you think about it, like, it's super small. We're talking about very small, like smaller than your phone. This is the iPhone 15, regular size iPhone 15, and it's smaller than your phone, so it's going to fit. Like, it's almost like the wallet size on your phone. And so I've got those coming. Castle Knight, I am really looking forward to doing a video on that. He said that he would be open to doing a video with me on that. And so that's going to be really cool. He really hit it big on that. If you haven't seen that, I think it has like 150,000 views or something like that. But he's got a really cool setup with there. And that's what actually convinced me to get this little bit driver. Actually, he was the one that told me about this little bit driver at O'Reilly Auto Parts, and so you can get those for like $20, and they come with a set of bits and everything. So super cool about that. So, hey, that's a nice looking Kershaw. Hey, thank you. It is a very nice. The camera is just not doing it justice. It's got this awesome finish and this orange accent on the end of it right there. An outstanding blade clip. But man, this Kershaw, it's nice. It's very nice. All right, so what brands do you want to see? I have got a very good relationship with Civivi. And I love Civivi stuff. They sent this. This is not the official kind of thing, but they sent this. This is the Propgonator. This is a fixed blade. And let me see if I can get it on the camera there. This is a fixed blade. Really nice little, awesome little fixed blade. Or not, it's not little. There's nothing little about this fixed blade. But this is the Propgonator. I can't really say it. It's got this really crazy lanyard on it right here that I'm probably going to get rid of. But it's got really good little micarta scales here that are a little bit, they don't feel like micarta. It's like polished or whatever. It's got a really nice belt clip right there, but it's got a really cool kind of handle almost. This is like simply an outdoors knife or whatever. So this one's going to be really cool. But I got some really good relationships with some brands, Civivi and Olight. I think a lot of YouTubers have a lot of good relationships with Civivi and Olight. I'm about to hopefully have a really good relationship with a couple of other brands, and I don't want to mention them necessarily because a couple stuff is in the works. But what brands would you guys like to see more from? And I would love to see, I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I would love to see something. I got this this Nuge knife, this little tiny fixed blade right here. Guys, I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. This thing is a tiny little Nitro V blade. It is super cool. It's all handmade. I did a YouTube short about it, but it's got this awesome little ulti clip. It's a 2-inch blade with a 3-inch handle, and I just love this little fixed blade. And I think I'm going to do a dedicated fixed blade episode. No, I know I'm going to. So I'm going to definitely do a fixed blade dedicated episode here in the future, in the next few months. But again, what kind of brands would you guys like to hear from as well? Civivi Conspirator. You know, Civivi's got so many knives that I'm not sure which that one is. Now, Civivi was very nice. Civivi has been great. They sent me, let's see here. So they have sent me several Elementums. They sent me a couple of ones in Ultim. And the mini Praxis in Ultim is just incredible. And this was my knife of 2023, honestly. It was my budget knife of 2023, and I think you can see why. I love Ultim anyway, but this was just amazing. Then they had the first one they sent me was the black Elementum here, and of course you can see through that. It's really, really cool. It's awesome stuff. But Civivi's been very good to me, and I'm going to continue to support them. I think they've got some great stuff, and I'm hoping that you think they have some great stuff as well. This is the button lock brazen. This is one that I didn't give a whole lot of time to on a video, but it's a little bit bigger. But it's got this Tanto style on it, and it's got a really nice satin finish on it. And of course, it's a button lock on the other side. It's super, super nice, and satin finish on basically every piece of that as well. Just really nice. Brayson Mooks. Brayson, hey, thank you for joining the stream, buddy. Have you seen the Calamus Titanium or any flashlights from Ace Beam? I have Pokelit, AA, Ace Beam. I want to get some stuff from Ace Beam. I've seen the Ace Beam stuff, and it's one of those brands that I just haven't gotten anything from yet. And I am willing, as a creator, I'm willing to spend my own money and put money that I make from YouTube ads and stuff like that, and from brand sales and things like that. I'm willing to put money back into the channel and buy those things, purchase those things on my own. And so Ace Beam is going to be on my list. I'm actually going to write the Camillus. Is it Camillus? Yeah, Camillus Titanium. Camillus? I wonder how you pronounce it. But the Camillus Titanium. Camillus has been around for a really long time, and they primarily made little slip joints. And so I'm looking forward to, is the Titanium, is that just the name of the knife, Brayson? Or is that like, is that just the branding or what? Just give me a thing on that, but I'll make sure to look that up. I'm writing these things down as we speak. I want to look these things up and check them out for sure. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, is looking up with some different hooking up with a couple of different brands and figuring out something. Vosteed is one that I'm looking at right now, and I think I'm going to be getting a couple of things from them in January that we can check out. Their stuff looks amazing. I have not, it's just one of those knife brands I haven't been able to check out or did not know anything about. I think I completely missed them when I was at Blade Show. So Vosteed is one of those things that one of those brands that I wanted to check out. It's my everyday carry, and I've been carrying it for a while. So now it's super light. Awesome. So it's the name of the brand. So I'll look that up, Brayson. Thank you for sharing that for sure. Well, I'll tell you one thing that I'm really looking forward to in 2024 for the channel. We're going to be sharing some stuff. If you want a preview, I'll give you a preview of what's coming up next month, but then I'll give you like kind of a preview of what's coming up next year. Okay? So I'm going to be talking about a couple of different lights that I've got here. One is from Workhos. This is the Workhos FC13S. It's got a cool little thing, the Workhos FC13S. And then I'm going to be doing one on the Brinite PT16. This boy is a monster right here. And I say a monster. It's a big light for me. I usually go with small lights. But this thing, look at that tail switch. That's a cool little dual tail switch. I'm going to be talking about that on the channel here in the next few weeks. Going to be talking about some Civivi knives. They've got some new Civivi knives that are coming out that I got an email about the other day. You guys want to hear from CJRB? Do you want to hear from those guys? I picked up a mini pyrite. You saw that maybe on my Christmas video. And I am really looking forward to getting a bunch more CJRB stuff in and talking about it. It's really going to be great. Let's see here. Oh, we're going to check this out. we're gonna do some lock picking stuff. Anybody have any interest in lock picking? Sound off down there in the comments, in the chat if you're watching. But do you have any interest in lock picking? I've got a lock picking set that we're gonna take a look at, and so let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. We're gonna do some stuff on knife sharpening. I talked about some of the work sharp stuff. I want to get into knife sharpening hardcore. I want it to be one of those things that I am almost an expert in. And I really want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about when I talk about sharpening knives, because I'll be honest, I just haven't done it up to this point. Excuse me, sorry. I just haven't done it up to this point. So I'm really looking forward to getting into knife sharpening next year. Let's see here. Other than that, I'm going to talk about this bad boy right here, and that is the Vertex pouch from Alpaca. I was not on their list to get one back in November, October time frame of last year. Actually, technically, it's still this year. But I was able to get on their Kickstarter, and I bought this with my own funds. And so I'm going to be doing a full review of this thing. It is very impressive. Very impressive. You guys know that I have been, let's see here. You guys know that I have been on the Evergoods Cap 2L train for a long, long time. One of my favorite organizers here. Let me open this up and show you. And this is still a phenomenal organizer. It's kind of got this, look at that. I love that angle right there. This desk setup, and I love the desk setup that you can have with this. But at the same time, this one right here can double as a sling. It's got a lot more organization, you can see right there. It's got a really cool magnetic opening right down here. I can't wait to do a full review, to do some shooting on this, to give you some quality B-roll on this. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Can you tell that I'm excited about 2024? I know this is kind of a rudimentary, kind of rinky-dink live stream here, but I am really, really happy that you guys are on board. Again, give me questions in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to just have some input. Your input to me is gold. Even if I don't end up pursuing something like that, or pursuing that brand or that idea or whatever, your input and your ideas are just gold to me. So thank you so much again for everything that you have done with all the comments and stuff in the past. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to do that review pretty soon. I'm going to do the review. Oh yes. Oh yes. Here we go. I'm going to do the review on this boy right here. The GoRuck 16 liter. Probably don't do nearly as many bag reviews as I should on the channel. Or I tend to do a lot more pouch reviews. I have been so impressed with this bag, guys, and I'm really, really looking forward to telling you about it. This has got this, if you can see it here, this has got a ripstop material on it. It's much better. Let me compare it here with you. To me, it's much better if you can see the difference. It's got the Kadura on the regular GoRucks that I've had for years. It just is, it's a dust magnet. It's a hair magnet. I don't have any pets, but anytime I go over to somebody's house that has pets, it's all over the place. And so I'm really looking forward. I've been carrying this ever since I got it about a week and a half ago. Really impressed with this. I asked for this for Christmas. Bought with my own funds. GoRuck's not a sponsor, and I'm not an affiliate with them, but I'm really looking forward to talking to you about this. What kind of bag do you carry? Let me know down in the comments. I was very impressed with bags this year. I got some nutsack bags in. Loved nutsack stuff. But I tend to be a one bag kind of guy, and I don't tend to change my bag very much, if that makes any sense. When I'm carrying something, I carry it for several years until I change again. And so, really looking forward to that. Okay, let's start wrapping this up here. We've been going for about 30 or 40 minutes. Really appreciate you guys being on board. We've got about 14 people watching now. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for me here in 2023. And I was just talking about a couple of things that I'm looking forward to in 2024. I have been talking with several people. I'm going to be making my trip out to Blade Show in Atlanta. Now, you can take that as a formal announcement. But I will be going to Blade Show Atlanta. I had been talking with some people about going to Blade Show West. I've been talking to some people about going to Blade Show Texas, and I really would love to go to all of the Blade shows, but it's just not a possibility for me with full-time job, with limited funds, obviously. And so, again, I would love to go to all of them, but I'm going to pick one, and it's going to be the closest one to me, and it's going to be the biggest one. And so Blade Show is the one that I'm going to go to in Atlanta, and I believe, I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but I believe it's sometime in July. If you are making plans to go, I would love, love, love to meet you. If you are going to be there, if you're going to go around looking around shopping, and you're going to meet up with some other creators or whatever, I would love, love, love to meet you, give you a sticker, all sorts of stuff. So be planning for that. We've got about 6 months to figure something out. I know that they do, a bunch of the creators do a kind of a meetup at the, kind of a meeting point in a hotel or something. I missed it last year because I only had a couple of hours to go, and I had to get back home. I had a bunch of job stuff that I had to be doing. But I'm really looking forward to spending the entire weekend there this year. And so Blade Show is going to be one of those things that I go to. Another thing that I'm going to be going to is Georgia Bushcraft. I'm going to be going with my pal Sam from EDCNC. He and I have been talking quite a bit. He is a phenomenal guy. If you're not following him on YouTube, if you're not subscribed to him, go check him out, EDCNC from North Carolina. And that is Mr. Sam over there. Make sure you're subscribed to him. He's fantastic, wonderful guy. He does a lot of stuff with Vosteed, and that's how I'm getting connected with Vosteed. And so getting connected with him, we're going to definitely go to Georgia Bushcraft, so be looking out for that kind of video. We'll definitely maybe even have a live stream there. But also, I'm looking forward to going to a place, going to Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's kind of a halfway point for he and I, and we're going to be doing something together there this spring and possibly next fall as well. So, guys, I'm just incredibly, incredibly excited about this year. I'm incredibly excited about the possibilities to this channel. If you have suggestions, if you have things that you want me to review, or brands that you want me to reach out to, or brands that I haven't reviewed or talked about, ideas for videos, again, your comments and your input, it means the world to me. And so, again, what also means the world to me is that you subscribe. I know we don't have any kind of loyalty program yet. I haven't done any kind of members program on YouTube, and if that's something that you want to see, let me know. If you would give me $1 a month to be a subscriber and have some perks, then let me know. I'd love to try to provide that. I'm probably not going to charge more than $1 or $2 a month. It won't be very much at all. But at the same time, I appreciate everything that you guys have done. I appreciate your kind comments. I appreciate your views and your subscriptions, everything like that. And here's to a great 2024. So thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. To those who have been watching and those who commented on the live stream, good grief. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely wonderful to spend this New Year's Eve afternoon with you. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of your year. I'm going to see if I can stop the streaming now. And Happy New Year.